All right, guys. Welcome. Morning. Monday Q&A. Best time of the week. Monday's my favorite time of the week. Everyone's excited, full of energy. I'm not a weekend kind of guy. I'm the start of the week kind of guy. So any questions at all, anything, business, anything, how everyone's going, answer as best and help you out as best as we can. So actually starting off, Kia, you're new to the program. How's everything for you? Have you looked over any of the content?
Yeah, so I got started on it. So I've just pretty much looked through all the content. I think I just got sent quite a few more videos that I can look through. But pretty much like just getting it all started. I'm officially start at Port today.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, my photo and that will be up on the wall, which will be good. And then I get my business cards and that as well today. I think I did do a little bit of like a social media post, just asking clients or just anyone if they're interested in a free I guess Kickstarter program. So I got 2 people that were interested. So I've got 2 people this week, which is nice.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I'll get the leads today as well from Raf.
Yep. Are you still doing that? The monthly leads?
Yeah. So that he'll give them to me today, which will be good. So then I can reach out as well to those people either through call or message. So that will be good.
Yep. Awesome. Well done.
Yeah.
I was saying to Simon, I said the fortunate thing with Kia is that at least I have inside knowledge about how that gym runs and what you can do there as well. So I'll always be happy to weigh in on a few things. Where are you up to with the content? With the
I think the business template, I just finished that video, so then I've just got the rest of the content left. I haven't actually looked at the new one, but I've done everything until that.
Yeah. Do you have access to cover your coaching fast from Simon yet?
I didn't, but he did put it more out and I haven't had a look yet, so maybe.
Yeah. Write a note. I'll get you to write a note and just say, ask Simon, let him know that you've got some consults coming up this week.
Yeah.
So he'll be more than happy to give you access to cover your coaching fast, because in there it just tells you how to do the consultation and how to, do you know what you're going to price everything at yet?
No, not really. So I've done the I'm just looking here. I've done the onboarding, I have done the cover your coaching fast. Yeah.
Cool. And you've watched all of them or most of them?
Yeah, I've watched all of them. The next one that is just opened up was your business framework. So that's my next module. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, just get your head around consultation and obviously designing your perfect product so you know how to price everything and present it as best as you can as well. But your first couple of consults are always going to be, you're going to get the nerves, dust off the nerves, and it's just try and have fun with it as well. Practice. Be confident in what you're selling, what you're trying to help people with, and you'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, it's about practice.
That'll be good. And you got just practice. But you'll be good. Awesome. So you got a good starting week.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Awesome. Yeah. How's everything else? Samir, how are you, my man? How's life treating you?
Yeah, I'm off mute. Nice. Yeah, life is all good, mate. Thank you. Thanks, Nate. Hope you're well as well. Yeah. So I was dying to ask this question because I was hoping Simon would answer it, but he's gone away to see the CEO, that author, Robert Kawasaki, like you mentioned. But I just want to get it done fast with the new week starting. So now my gym has, because I'm based in the UK, we're not allowed to go in the database unless only the management can do that. So that's a bit of a drawback. However, they would normally give us all leads one by one, but I know that that's no volume. Now, I've already done a marketing strategy of floor to the floor, so already got the prize winner. My runners up, I've mostly used them up. I've still got to cut like a few more left, but my leads are running out. Now I asked Simon, what's the next strategy, and I think he must have said like the birthday blast strategy, which is the bulk blast thing. But he also followed up saying, if I can get into somehow, ask the manager to get into the database at some point, but that all trainers are not allowed. But I'm just going to quote to you what I've said to Simon exactly. Unfortunately, the management don't do texts and only send emails to a group of new joiners unless they've given me access to the new joiners' contact details by sending them to me on like WhatsApp, so I can put them in promptly. Otherwise, because I would have made the calls myself. So yeah, I'm just figuring out what the next steps are in order to get more volume of leads and what to tell the manager, because he's asked me to say like what. I'm happy to give you to shout out to the leads for you, but you've got to ask me what to tell. You've got to tell me what to email to them, so we can make a marketing strategy. So I'm just stuck in the mud right now on what to do next. Sorry, that was a long one.
No, that's fine. So he'll email them for you, but not text, correct?
That's correct. Which I know text is better and faster, but it is what it is. I can't do it myself, unfortunately, because of GDPR, data protection stuff.
Yeah. No, that's still good. Email is still something. It's better than what a lot of people can get.
Yeah.
Just actually try to find, because when I at one of my previous gyms, when I was at Derrimut, actually, they gave me access to the emails. They would to the new signups. They wouldn't pass out numbers because it's breach of privacy, but they would give me their emails. That was only because at Welland I developed that relationship with the manager enough that she actually said, look, I'll give you the emails, but that's it. I can't give you the numbers because that's where it gets a bit grey area, but emails are fine. So awesome, cool. And if I can find that template, because I would actually every week or every 2 weeks when they gave me those emails. Do you have an iPhone?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Awesome. Because iPhone has a feature where I didn't tell them, but if you have their email, if they've synced their email up with their phone, they'll get it as a text.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So technically, I get phone calls from people that have just got my email and they've synced it up to my iPhone. I was like, hey, you bastard. You can still call me. So there is like a little through the loophole with that. If I can find it, I'll message you that template. I've got that many templates on my phone of messages. If I write a note, what I'll do is I'll send a note to myself and I'll send you that template on school if you want, Samir.
Okay.
I'll just find it. But yeah, if you get those emails, your best thing would be say, look, hey, to your manager, here's a template I'd love you to use. Can you just email them? And then you'd obviously have to hassle him for it. But then every week, 2 weeks, when you get those new emails, like, can you just send this to them? Can you send this to them? Send this. And then either you'll have your number. Of course, you're still relying on those people, the members, to take action, which is the challenging part. You want to be able to do it all, but it's still something. So as long as you're giving, out of 10 people, you might get 3 or 4 people message you back. Cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's right.
Get them straight in for a consult, bang. Especially because they're new join-ups to the gym, was it?
Sorry?
Were they new to the gym, new join-ups?
Well, they should be if they're new joiners, because like I said, I can't see the we're not allowed to just access the computer, and it's quite strict at Snap. So but it's just the only thing is because like I said, more volume the better, because at previous gyms unfortunately didn't work out on the previous one, but at least I could, because I would call 50 people every day, and that was when I was getting more volume. But I'm doing better the other place, but it just seems like lead quality is going a bit stagnant, to say the least. So so what are you, so you're going to send me a template, and then I'm gonna, when I go see him tomorrow, because it is Sunday out here, then I could just be like, look, can you please use this template to say in the send for the new joiners?
Yeah, essentially. So ideally you'd be able to send it yourself, because then you can customize it at the start of each message. Say, hey, it's Samir, how are you? Joy, how you going, Fred? But you're not going to be able to do that, so just keep it as bland as, hey, how are you, blah blah blah, and then he can just send it to each one. Say, this is, and then it makes it look like it's from you, and you might get, every 10 emails you might get 3 or 4 back texting you, emailing you directly. Awesome. And new people to the gym, like, who wouldn't be keen? So, oh, cool, PT is going to give me free, whatever, the kickstart, and take me through the gym, especially for the newbies. Yeah, I'll take that. I would get like all these names, all these emails. I just sit down. I remember just taking my daughter for a walk, and she fell asleep in the pram. I had like 20 people I had to text us. I'm going to sit down and just pump this out. And got like 5 to 10 people back. And of those 5 to 10, you get a few people in. So it works.
Okay, cool. Great. Okay, so thanks very much. So so after this webinar, you'll just send that to me inbox, and then because then that way you'll start, tomorrow will be Monday, and then we start to crack on, and then start doing the work and sending. Then he can send those leads himself, those emails himself, or whatever template is. Okay.
Yep, I've just got my calendar, remind me, and I'll send you that template.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Easy. Cool. Anything else, guys? Anyone that hasn't caught on? So Simon is away today at an all-day event, seeing the old man, Robert Kiyosaki. So I'm taking today to give my own twist on the Monday morning starter up to get everyone fired up. So anyone else? Fletcher, yes, my man, you got your hand up. What's happening, my man?
How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good. I had a bit of a rough weekend, because I think my mindset's going a little bit, a bit shit, because I think because I don't really have a clear goal anymore. So like after I hit, 6 figures and whatnot, now I'm looking for a trainer. It's sort of like a little bit stagnant. It's good, and I'm like comfortable where I am, but I feel like as I get too comfortable, I don't know, my mindset just goes a bit weird. So I sort of had a bit of the Sunday blues yesterday. So it's just like, I don't really feel like going to work on Monday, because I don't really have anything to work for. I'm just sort of just waiting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than like building school and all that sort of shit, like, I don't know. I just need, I thought you could help me build a bit more of a clear goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're feeling a bit, that's the thing about the comfort zone. It's a nice place to be in, but okay, cool. Well, I'm okay now. So what's driving me to get to that next step?
Yeah,
but
and it's wild, because like I've only been at this point for like a week. You know what I mean? Where I'm sort of just stagnant. It hasn't been long at all, and I'm just like, I don't know. My mind's just always going.
Yeah. Well, prior to this, you're in hustle mode. Yeah, like go. Let's get 6 figures. But now I'm like, okay, well now I need a trainer. So now I'm just cruising to get that trainer. Yeah. What have you done in regards? Have you got any bites for marketing for the train, or have you started marketing?
I have. Yeah, I put a ad up with Fit College in their careers hub, and I'm trying to get on through Indeed, but they keep rejecting my ad. So I'll give it another couple of weeks to try and get that through, but then I might even buy an ad for Seek as well. Because like if it's going to find me a trainer quick, then it's going to be worth it. So
what excited you before you were in the slumps? What was like really driving you? What was the goal then?
So I mean, 10K per month was always like, I've been a PT for 9 months, and like I had a previous business coach before this, but he was just sort of generic business coach, like not really PT, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, like we set a goal to be able to try and hit 10K per month, and it's always been that sort of overarching thing. You know, I hit it a week ago.
Yeah. Woo!
And so yeah, like it's great. But like, yeah, my mind's always just, yeah, what's next? So yeah, it could be another goal like that, like hitting 20K per month or something, but I don't know. They're just like, it doesn't excite me as much. I don't know.
Yep. Did you write down a plan of action to get to 10K per month? Or did you just kind of say,
yeah. So it was like, like I want to hit 10K per month by, you know, helping people in the gym achieve their fitness goals, like that sort of shit, like a bit more of a why behind it as well.
Yeah.
Instead of just, all about the money.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Cool. So my last question is, did you celebrate or do anything once you hit the 10K? Did you go do anything?
Yeah. I took the missus out for dinner. I'm in Cairns, so the Cairns waterfront dining is like, it's prime, like it's really nice. So went out for dinner there. Nice. On the waterfront. So it's pretty good. That's how we celebrated.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. So you did that. So I've been there before, I've hit my goals. I'm like, okay. I remember when I got to 6K and I had 2 trainers working for me, and all I was doing is essentially consult. So I'm like, cool, this is awesome. I'm happy. But now I'm in a bit of a cruise mode. Like I'm just happy, but I wasn't like that. Oh yeah, I'm super driven now, because getting up to that 2 trainers and teetering on 4 or 5K, I was like, oh yep, let's keep going. I just need this. Then I hit it. I was like, cool. All right, what now? But what always got me out of that funk is I was like, okay, well, I've hit my goal. I need to reestablish a new goal, but not just reestablish, oh, cool, I'm going to hit 10K, I'm going to hit 12K, 15K. It was, I got to get out. My thing was always get out my note case. I'd always write it down. I was like, okay, my next goal is this. But then I would subdivide it off. I'm like, okay, I want to hit 10K a week. Okay, what do I need to do that? I'd get detailed with it. I was always 2 action plans. Okay, 10K a week. What do I need? I need at least 3 trainers, or I need to invest in new marketing. And then I'd subdivide that. Okay, for 3 trainers, how do I need to do that? I need to get at least another 5 consults a week. I need to market for a trainer. And then in regards to the marketing, okay, I need to find new marketing. Maybe I can invest in ads. Maybe I can see what gym are you working through?
Anytime.
Yeah. Do they have an Instagram or Facebook?
Yep.
Do they let you post for them and put it on their pages?
Yeah, they almost encourage it. They're like, hey, can you post stuff for us? I'm like, I don't really feel like it. So
awesome. So if you want to up it to the next stage, obviously you got to do something that you haven't done before. So that could be 100%. A branch of marketing. I say, okay, well, I already have my following. Do they have more followers than you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Then they have your I was going to say, well, they already have your audience. So why don't you market to that audience? So that's what I would do for Derrimer, because I would have like my 1,000, 1,500 followers, whatever. But then Derrimer had like 5,000, 6,000. I was like, well, they have my audience. So how do I market to that audience? Okay, I'd say, can I do some videos and post it on Instagram? Yep. And that's when I got to like that 4 or 5. I got to like 6K in like a month, because I just branched out to more people and
doing in different ways as well. I feel like I'm always doing the same shit,
So I would, if you were me, if I was you, I would say, okay, well, I need to find out new ways to get to my next goal, and what are those new different things I need to do, get out of my comfort zone to get there. Okay, well, I need to market this way and do this. Once you have it in front of you and you get down as nitty gritty as you can to find a style, but okay, well, now I have a path to get up to this, like the triangle, start at the bottom, then up, and then you have your goal. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, I want to do this. No, it's in front of me now, what I need to do. So,
you got a step-by-step plan to just go through it.
Yeah, because then you're following something. And that personally, that always got me out of my little, like, oh, okay, well, I'm fluffing around now.
100%. Cool. So I'll just break it down into smaller goals, or just smaller steps to be able to reach the overarching goal.
Yeah, exactly. Great.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Does that make sense? Does that help you out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cool. Anytime. Ace, how are you, my man? You got your hand up as well.
Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, had a question I wanted to ask. Just I don't know if I'm confused about something, or hence why I'm asking the question. But yeah, so with getting clients on the MyFitnessPal, I use it. So I understand how the platform works pretty much. But I'm wondering, how I use it for myself? Do I just do that with my client, or do you guys do it slightly different? Like I've gone through the modules and I've obviously watched all the videos and stuff, but I felt like when it got to the MyFitnessPal, I was a little bit confused because I didn't know if you were taking more of a simplistic approach where you're just getting clients to obviously track their calories and stuff like that, or if you have obviously a different approach outside of that.
So let me get this right. So is the question is how we go about using MyFitnessPal with our clients?
Yeah, pretty much. How do you, as a coach, utilize MyFitnessPal with your client in a sense where you're not letting them ultimately leaving them just to do it and just obviously telling you how they're going, because that usually, or the truth of the matter is some of them lie. So, because you know what I mean? They act like a kid that's kind of gonna get in trouble sometimes. So they kind of, dance around it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have a different approach with the MyFitnessPal?
Yeah, cool. So good question. So you'll probably find that almost everyone here has their own approach at how they do macros or calories, and how they keep everyone accountable with it. But I use MyFitnessPal with all my clients, members. And so generally what my approach is, so sign the person up, do the whole Kickstarter process. Yep, cool, get them all sorted. And then when it comes to MyFitnessPal, I'm going to assume that this person has never used it before. I say, cool, all right, so this is an app called MyFitnessPal. Then I'll show them how it works. So we use this to track your calories and macros, and we figure out how to do nutrition from there, so we can find out what best suits you to get you where you want to be. Like, okay, cool. Show them how to use it, blah, 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 breakfast, lunch, yeah. Anyway, all I'll tell them is I need you to do it for at least 4 days to a week, as consistent as possible, because this is how we're going to track everything, so we can figure out what works best for you. And so I know what you already eat, so we can include that into where you want to get. So I don't give out meal plans unless I'm working with my wife, because she's a nutritionist. But so if we need to work out exactly what you need to eat in a day to get you from A to B faster, then I can look at this and I'm just like, okay, Fred loves chicken sandwiches. Awesome. We can use that. Yeah. And to try and give them like a motivation to use it. So, okay, so if I use this, then I'm going to get my goals faster, and you'll be able to see what I like and what I don't like. And I say, yep. But for this first week or whatever, be as honest as you can with it. Don't change anything about trying to be healthier, because I need to see what you've been eating for the last weeks, months, to get where you are now. And they're like, okay, well, that's easier. So I don't want you to start having protein shakes, start having salads for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. I just want you to keep doing what you're doing, because that way, at least it's a bit easier for them. They're not changing their eating habits. They're just, but this is how I do it. And then they're just putting in what they already eat. So it's easier for them than after they've had a week or 4 days or whatever to trial it. And I said, okay, now we're going to use this data to figure out what you're having so we can move forward with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of like that. You're pretty much just sussing them out before you give them anything, because you can kind of get more data feedback from.
Correct.
No, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So with like,
Yeah.
let's say, how would you navigate that with clients that tend to, like, obviously some clients are going to be in business, they tend to go out and eat more. It's not like they would have a scale in front of them. Would you just simply get them to just log the type of food they're eating and not so much the amounts, or how accurate are we going to go with the, obviously
Yep.
the more accurate, the better, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel like for me, I would have to sell my fitness pal to them, and obviously, and that's cool. I just want to know what angles that have worked for everybody else.
yeah, so everyone, well, there might be some other people in here that have a different angle than me that might think their way might be better in some ways, and I'm sure a lot of it are. But in regards to how specific I want to be with the app and more like to the point, I will say just try and be as exact with it as you can. I'll say you're not trying to be a bodybuilder, you're not trying to get 5% body fat, you're just trying to be better. So if you can keep as close to how much you're eating to it, I'll say like a fistful might be 100 grams or something, then an open palm might be 150, 200. Just try and be as close to it as possible, and you can always use the nutritional label on your food to try and work it out. And I'll use that. I don't expect everyone, unless they've got experience with it, to be perfect, but as long as it's filled in, and we can use that. And the more they get to use it, and if people are serious about their goals, they'll put it in, and they'll be as close to it as possible. And then I usually find people will give me feedback. Oh, this was wrong. This was here. I was like, cool, awesome, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it just keeps coming down to remind them. And if people aren't using it, I'm like, okay, well, if you want me to give you proper advice moving forward, then you need to fill this out. And if you're not getting results, not getting goals, and you're not filling this out, then I can't give you the best that I can because you're not filling it out. And I don't try to make people feel guilty, but if they feel guilty, that means they know they should be better. Like, you got to fill this out if you want to keep moving forward with this. But yeah, again, you're trying to sell it to them. Usually people join up with you and they want to work with you, so they want the results. So they're more excited to do it at the start.
No, easy. I'm like most of the clients I get, I'm a pretty straight shooter. My reputation is more of a hard ass, so I'm pretty blunt with my approach, but obviously just open to learning. So
yeah, that's right. Does anyone else have like a better way or different way of doing My Fitness Pal? I mean, that's how I do it, but I don't know if someone else might have a different take or angle.
Yeah, I was. That's why I put my hand up. No, I pretty much do exactly the same way, and yeah, I just get them to not change anything in their diet for like at least 4 days, like you, Nath. And that I just tell them like, don't worry if it goes into the negative, especially for the girls, because they're the ones who are like really like they feel bad whenever they go over their calories. And it's also like a lot of the girls I find have like a really toxic relationship when it comes to like the scales or like being exact with their calories and not hitting their macros. And it's the same thing that Simon says, how we're trying to dispel the like all the negative connotations that they've got with all the numbers and all the metrics. And I just tell them that it's not a Bible. This is an accountability tool that we use to stay on track. Pretty much we're just trying to figure out what their eating patterns are like, and then once we know that, then we can get specifics. Okay, we need to change your breakfast or replace it with some protein or fats instead of like a cereal, for example. So that's how I use it. And sometimes it's not even about like how many calories and how many macronutrients, sorry, you're having. It's just like, okay, I'm eating the wrong things. I just realized by having a look at the list of foods, like I'm having a burger, I'm having cereals, I'm having a milkshake. And even that for some people is enough to be like, oh, okay, I thought I was eating healthy, but not really. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it.
no, thank you, I appreciate it and stuff as well. I'll probably do some more research into looking into the back of my fitness pal and see how other trainers and stuff are utilizing it and stuff. I know the platform's pretty much being built by tech engineers right now, not really nutritionists, which is quite weird. But yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for that, Tan. Yeah, what she said at the end, I agree as well. A lot of people use it and they realize what they're eating isn't the best for them, so they teach themselves, which is awesome. So yeah, that's a good point. Fletcher, my man, what's happening, man? You got your hand up again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, on that as well. Like, I just get people to take photos of what they're eating. Like, because through Trainerize, there's a and when they go to add a meal, it says take a photo, and you can skip the photo if you want to. But I just get, like, as a minimum, take a photo of what you're eating, just so that, like, they're logging it when they're eating it, because you can't take a photo of it, when you enter in everything for the rest of the day, and you can't remember how much you had or what you ate or whatever. So I found that pretty crucial. And then, like, even if they do just write down, like Tanya's saying, just hamburger or whatever, and then it matches the photo, just so they can, see how many calories is in an average hamburger, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, being mindful of that sort of shit. My nutrition stuff is so basic, but it's like, I feel like it gives people much better idea. Like, I have a few advanced clients where we look into, like, the macros and, that sort of shit. Most of my clients, I just go, just take a photo of it, just so I can see it. And I tell them that I'll look deeply into it, but I don't really. I just, like, you know what I mean? I just want them to know that I'm looking, you know what I mean? And that's the accountability aspect. So,
Yeah, that's quite helpful too. I think with the way that our society is at the moment, it definitely makes a lot more sense. Instead of people having to sit there and log numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Rather than like the picture option for sure.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't do it. The people that are just, especially the people that don't have a lot of weight to lose, they just want to get fitter and, like, shit like that. So, those people just don't log it. I don't know. It's not as important to them. Mainly their training is more important to them. However, if they're not seeing the results they're looking for, or they're feeling flat in the gym, we got to understand why. So even just, getting them to take a photo.
Oh, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. So it's good. Thanks for that, Fletcher. That's good. Anything else? Anyone else? What else is going on, everybody? Anyone else got any other questions? Anything else? Different take? I do have a different take than Simon on a lot of things, which can be a good thing or bad, depending.
I have a question.
Right? Yes.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. We just having a conversation this morning. Alcohol. So, like, I have a lady desperate to lose. Well, she's not obviously desperate to lose weight. She's desperate to lose weight, but she'll still go out and have 3 or 4 wines. She won't give up her Thursday night pizza and margarita night. And I have a beautiful guy too who trains as well, but then he'll go out in the weekend. He'll just go and get on it, And so, I know it's a mindset around why they're drinking and all that, but I'm just curious, what does anyone else do, around alcohol consumption with their clients?
Yeah, so that's a good one. So everyone, again, I'm sure everyone's got a different opinion on that and how to manage alcohol with their clients. So what I've done with people that come to training, say, I want to lose weight, but I'm not going to give up my beer. I still want to have my 4 beers, this, or my wine. I'm like, cool, awesome. Obviously, I like plant the seed, but obviously, that's going to make it harder for you to lose weight. It's like, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to give it up. It's like, cool. And I'll just kind of leave it there. If they're adamant that they're not going to give up their beers, their pizza, what have you, I'll be like, cool. Take them through everything. Try to get them some results with their training. I'll get into this pretty soon into our training, but like within like 2-3 weeks, try to get them some results. Try and get them to lose 1 kilo, 2 kilos. Obviously, it can be difficult, but they've started exercising. And what I found with those people is they will usually try as hard as they can from like Monday to Friday or Monday to Wednesday, then have their pizza Thursday, then Friday they'll try hard again, Saturday, Sunday. So they'll probably get some results. They might lose 1 kilo or 2 kilo, but they'll plateau. Eventually it will stop. It will stop moving, and they'll keep training hard. I keep checking in with them though, that every, you do the weigh-ins and okay, well, another week you're working hard and it stayed the same. All right. And again, I'll just put it in their ear, maybe if we drop some alcohol on the weekend, blah, blah, blah. Or for every standard, push up every standard drink. Yeah, that'll work. What I would do is usually people go out partying, drinking Friday, Saturday night. So I would get them to weigh themselves in Friday morning. As soon as they wake up Friday morning, go to the bathroom, do your business, weigh yourself. That's usually when people are at their lightest. Friday morning before they have their weekend, because usually Monday to Friday people have worked the hardest. Cool, weigh yourself. And then they'll do their weekend, you know, drink, party, whatever. I was like, cool, let's weigh yourself Monday morning, why not? And then obviously they've gained a kilo. They've gained a kilo, they've gained 2 kilos.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no.
Jackson's still here though.
It's good to see
That's
if
perfect.
yeah, then they've weighed themselves again. Then they've gained a kilo, 2 kilos. I was like, okay, well, now you can see what's happening. You know, when you go out drinking, when you have this pizzas, it's trying to get it in their mind. You want them to be able to do it. Because if you're trying to force it on them, they're not going to want to do it. Or they might do it for a weekend or a day. So, no, that's shit. I'm not going to do that again. So you wanted them to be able to see that eating and drinking, you know, is only going to make it longer. Yeah. So just show it to them. Just show them that what they're doing is kind of putting them backwards. Try to still get as much results as you can with them until they realize themselves. These are only the ones that are adamant they don't want to give up, you know, having beers and drinking. And you need to say to them, you don't have to give it up. But I promise you, if you just half it, or even spread out half of it and spread it out over the week, whatever, you'll see some more results. And I guess so. I guess I'm working hard and sweating hard every time. Okay, fine. And then they'll slowly. He's got to chip away at their soul a little bit every time.
Yeah, that's really good actually. If I can just get her to halve it. She has tried to stop drinking Mondays till Wednesday, so she stopped Monday and she did Tuesday, Wednesday.
Cool.
But you know, but I will say I will keep on it gently.
Yeah,
that's what I'll just keep reminding her of the benefits of what she's doing and what she. Yeah, I think with drinking too. Like I used to be an everyday drinker, and I didn't want to give up either. So that's why I find it challenging to tell somebody else too, because somebody told me to give it up, I wouldn't have. And so, mind you, I wasn't in that state that these people are in. But I think if I can, it's changing up their mindset around, like, I'm trying to see why she's drinking. She got a stressful job, you know, and can we getting into that step back? Why is she having a drink? Can she do something else? You know, we've got to replace it with something else. But yeah, you know, she's stopping her food but still having all the drinks, which is like, doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'll keep on it then. Thank you.
If you can just try and show her why it's not the best thing. If she's using it as a crux, obviously, for stress and whatnot. Try and show her. Don't you feel better for going to the gym? You're going to try and replace it with something else. As hard as that is for some people, go for a walk. Or every time you feel like having a drink, why don't you go for a walk? Do something else. And half the time, it's actually that was a lot better. So
yeah, she lives in a beautiful waterfront area. So she's got a beautiful spot to go walk. We've discussed that. So, all right, I'll just keep more on it then. Because I want to learn how to get around this with people that drink. That's all.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, they can be trickier bunch. Yeah. Fletcher, do you have something to say about the subject, or Ace, is it something about current subject before we move on to you guys?
Ace, you go first, man.
Yeah, I'd love to add some. It's interesting. Like, I feel like with the type of people that I get to work with, for a higher level professional athletes, and then the everyday person, it's really fascinating to kind of see human behavior in full form. Obviously, drinking, like the why she's drinking is really the root issue. And this is where it kind of gets hard as trainers, because like, although we can conceptually like understand where it's most likely coming from, obviously stress, but sometimes it's even deeper than that. Getting around that without being a therapist is like really tricky a lot of the times. You know, it's no different with food or anything else that's really having a negative impact on a person. One thing I have found, though, a few different approaches that I've taken, one of the simple ones, obviously, is that there's better alcohol alternatives in terms of, like, you know, fighters that I've worked with, when they would go to Thailand and do training camps, they just drink vodka because like no calories or whatever. You know, like there's obviously that approach in terms of maybe with where you're at now with her. I would say, for me, I'll speak from my own experience. If I was having a client that didn't want to give up that stuff, I'd make sure that I would train them on that day, and that session in particular would be very, very difficult. Because one thing that I want to positively reinforce with my own clients is the feeling of earning something. Because of the society that we're in now, everyone just kind of like Uber Eats everything, their whole life in a sense. And I feel really, really reinforcing, having some positive reinforcements where they feel like they're earning it as opposed to just like I'm gonna do it for the sake of doing, like starting to change that narrative. I found as being really, really positive. And also too, I've actually derailed a lot of clients from actually going as hard as they would because they're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this. I'm way too messed up from training to want to do that. The other approach that I've taken um with some of these clients in terms of that may not want to give up, maybe not even the alcohol, but anything in general, is I just I break it down for them in terms of like, I'm just straight up. I'm like, look, obviously this is gonna hinder your goals and stuff like that. I just identify what the next positive step in the overall goal is. I'm not saying that they have to give up alcohol, but forming a better relationship with it where it's not as like where they're pretty much drinking the amount of volume that they are within a week. I know that if I can start to change the relationship they have on it, with it, slowly just chipping away, and there's a multitude of ways to do that. It really depends on the person you're dealing with. I start to find that that has a positive impact over time. And it's hard though. I feel like you would need to balance that with trying to obviously get them some results as quickly as possible. A lot of people, because the other perspective of it is that you're dealing with an identity issue. When someone's so heavily identified with a certain behavior, pattern, thought, and there's thought patterns, it gets even deeper than that too. So I feel starting to while they're in this phase of wanting to change their life for the better, I feel if you can work it the right angles and put the right pieces on the board, and they start to see that, they start not just only having positive results, but they're changing as a person throughout the process, even if just on a little front. I find it's a lot over a period of time. If they stay the course, I feel like an identity shift will happen, because I feel like sometimes people they will hold on to something until they really can see who they are on the other side of it. So yeah, that would be my advice.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the identity thing is huge, and I've forgotten about that. So, yeah, she's identifying herself as a social person, but she's not. She's an unhealthy person with a social, problem. So, I can definitely see where I can go with that angle. So, thanks heaps for that.
Yeah, awesome stuff, Ace. That was really good. Fletcher,
I
hands up.
was just gonna add is like something that I recommend that a lot of people look into is this here. It's called Whoop, WHOOP. And it's a health tracker. There's no screen on it or anything. It's literally just like a piece of, I don't know, like almost just like a heart rate tracker, but it connects to an app on your phone. And it shows you how recovered you are based on multiple different things. So it gives you a percentage of recovery for the day, and that shows how recovered your body is to take on stress for the day. And a lot of the time, like mine's always in the green. Mine's like, mostly in the green. If I go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Like I try and get as much sleep as I can. Like it's just me and my missus up here in Cairns. So I'm just like, you know what I mean? So yeah, but the recovery side of things, the alcohol has the biggest impact on my recovery, like by far. And I mean, I don't drink very often, so that when I do drink, it does have a bigger impact. But it's like I'm always at like 90+% recovery, even if I have a big workout or a big day. But then if I drink, I'm always like below 30%. It's crazy. Like actually seeing how that impacts your body's ability to take on stress for the day is really wild. So, and there's like a little journal in the app, and you can track, you can tick the box when you've had alcohol, and it will tell you how much impact it has on your recovery. So every time you have alcohol, you tick the box. Every time you don't, you don't. and then it'll show you the difference on how it impacts your recovery. You can do that with multiple different things, like different medications or different vitamins, or, you know, depending on how much sleep you had, when you go to bed, all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's like just being mindful of that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is interesting just how much alcohol sets us backwards. It's a poison. You're poisoning yourself, and then, you know, what's poison to your body messes you up, for lack of a better statement. Tanya, you had your hand up. Was it about the subject as well?
Yeah, do you know what she's drinking? Like if it's cocktails or spirits?
So she's having wine during the week, and then she'll go out and
Yeah.
have like margaritas and pizza on the Thursday night. And so she has beer. She has whatever's going, I guess.
Because
But-
like this is a really, really simple but maybe fun way of doing. You know what ketone strips are? Or like, you know what a glucose monitor is, eh? It monitors your blood sugar. So those are pretty expensive. Ketone strips measure your ketones, and you can pretty much get them for real cheap at the pharmacy. And you can get like 100 strips for like, I think as low as $15 at the pharmacy. So basically how you use it is like, it's a little strip with litmus paper on it, and you pee on it. And that measures how much ketones your body's producing. And so it measures like how high your blood sugar is, or if your blood sugar is low. And you can get her to do like just a little experiment, like, okay, measure yourself, like pee on this strip on Monday when you're trying to give up your alcohol, versus on a Tuesday or Wednesday when you do have a drink. And then they'll see, oh, like I'm not in fat burning mode whenever I have this specific drink, or I am in fat burning mode when I don't have a drink. And then it kind of like just gets them to realize that certain foods or drinks have this effect on how much fat they're burning. But it goes deeper than that. But like with these types of people, you have to make it really, really simple. I haven't done that.
Like, about all the like the mindfulness of it, right? Like just
Yeah. And that's just like a really simple but cheap way of getting them to start being a little bit more conscious of it, and have like an evidence-based result that they can compare. But yeah, I haven't done that with any of my clients. So if you do end up using it, let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I will. I do. I like that one because that's like simple and effective and cheaper. That and the hard workouts, because they should be able to do that workout. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're good. I love both. Thank you. That was good.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have my hand up. But does she feel like I'm in school? Do you does she do boxing at any, like, do you hold pads at all?
Yes, I don't actually currently, but I can. I just haven't thought about it, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, well, obviously I'm biased because I'm a boxing coach predominantly, but like amazing for sure. Like obviously you're still gonna, like, the science is still gonna back up normal training, but I just find like that feeling of just straight thumping something and just aggressively just I don't just afterwards. I can't. I don't know anyone that's done it properly, you know. So I reckon maybe trial it out and see if it has a positive impact on her stress levels.
Yeah, okay. I can definitely bring that up with her. That's a good idea.
It's fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I haven't done that in years, so that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Alcohol is a stress crux. So yeah, try and get their stress sorted another way. That's really good. Thanks, guys. Cool. No, good chats. Everything. All my fitness power, and trying to deal with alcohol and compliance always a hard one. Trying to get stubborn people to realize, you know, this is what's setting you backwards. Everyone has a different opinion or a different way of doing things. It's just figuring out there's no best way. It's just take a little bit of everyone and just mix it all together and try and find the best method. to be able to teach people, this is setting you backwards. That was really good. Anything else, Sav? I haven't heard from you much. How's everything your end?
Yeah, everything's going really well. I spoke to Simon before, just need to get onto the calls. I've definitely been pushing that aside. But yeah, just really need to do that. Got a few consults this week and just sort of listening in and learning. That was really good about MyFitnessPal as well. I learned a lot with that.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. You're pushing the calls aside because scary or they're hard?
I think so at the moment I'm usually having more, it's a combination. So I have more afternoon clients. So sometimes I'll finish with them at like 7:30 and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to call someone later. And then I try and have like pockets of 15 minutes, but then I just put it off because when the first one, once you do the first one, you start to get on a roll, but I'm not even doing the first one.
Yeah, I used to do that. I make a list for myself. Days when I have like that, I'll make a list. What's the top 3 things I need to do today that are going to drive the business forward? And it was always make calls. I was like, all right, I got a 15-minute gap here. I got a 10-minute gap here. I can make 1 call, make 2 calls. Just get it done. Chip away a little bit. And it's always the first one. First one's always the hardest one. And once you get that first one done, then you can start moving the needle forward. I was always trying to find someone that I knew on my list. Well, okay, I know this person. I'll call them first because at least I know how to talk to them. And then I'd start going with the random people.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I would do anyway. Because leave it too long, then they're going to go, cold. That's the last thing that anyone wants.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely need to get on that.
Yeah. Cool. Get them done. Anything else from anyone? I think we've touched most. Does anyone have anything about business, anything about life? Keep moving forward. Nothing. If I don't hear from anyone for the next couple of minutes, say I'll give it 10 seconds. Anyone think? Then I think we'll be set. I think it's about right on spot. I just had someone, Rubes just came on board last minute. Hey Rubes, how are you, my man?
Hey bro, how are you?
Good. Late entrance. We started at 8:30. That's all good. I'm glad that you came on board. Or like an hour ago.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, sorry. No, I was in a meeting.
Oh, not bad, man.
Yeah,
that's right.
Cheers,
that's
bro.
Cool. Did you have anything you want to question? Monday Q&A.
Not in particular. I mean, I had a client drop off recently, like just today, she messaged me after only 4 weeks, and I think I just need to get my trainer eyes on my school finished, and then once that happens, it's going to improve retention rates a lot. But I'm not too phased, just going to keep the forward momentum, and as I'm learning about business and sales, not get too emotional about the highs or the lows. Just go, okay, last week I had 3 signups. Don't get too high. This week I've had a drop off. So keep going, keep the consults, keep stable, and I'll get there. So I think that's it. But
yeah, exactly right, man. You just got to keep forward. That's business. That's life. It's always going to be ups and downs. When it's an up, just ride that wave for as long as you can, and just always know, okay, eventually, this wave's going to come down. But that's the most important part. When the wave is down, this is the most important part where I have to keep myself accountable to move forward, because it's quite easy to say, nah, this is shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it. I've been there.
Yeah.
That's the hard wave. You really got to just keep swimming.
Yeah. No, cheers, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you.
That's right. Well done. No, well done on having 3 sign-ups in a week as well. That's good.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
Well, anything else? Anyone else? I think we've finished just on spot, right on point. Anyone? Let's say I'll give it 3. Gone once, gone twice, 3 times. You're out. Well done, guys. Thanks for everyone for coming in, for showing up for Monday Q&A. I took it today. Simon's away all day, seeing the big man, Robert Kiyosaki, in his all-day event. So it left me in my capable hands, my own twists and everything. So thanks for everyone for showing up. So Monday, let's have a great week. Let's have at it. get it done, set your goals, make them happen. If they don't happen, then set the goals, do it again next week. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate that a lot.
That's right. Anytime. All right. Well done, guys. Have a good day. Let's have a good week. Let's get it done.
See you, right?